Hello and welcome to the Van Newton Arena. I'm Patrick Bratton and I'm delighted to bring you the third episode of the Motorman Monthly RoundUp Show, brought to you courtesy of Van Newton. Coming up on today's show, we look back at the months of January and February and look ahead to March. We'll speak to numerous people from around the club as we analyse the games from January and February in depth. January started with a massive win in the Cheshire Senior Cup second round as Northern Premier League side 1874 Northwich visited the Van Newton Arena, with both sides looking to progress in the competition. 1874 dominated for large spells of the game before Mcdermott scored an injury time equaliser to make it 1-1. This sent the game straight to penalties where Motors won 6-5. Following this game, a home game approached the Van Newton Arena against a strong lower Breck side. The game was postponed, however, due to a waterlogged pitch. This meant that the Motormen visited top 6 side Burscough at the community stadium. Both sides looking strong. Motors could have been 2 up within 3 minutes of the kick-off, being denied a penalty shout for hitting the bar, which happened 5 times in that match. Goals from Kieran Napper and Craig Kearns on his debut sealed the win for the Motors. We look back at the match highlights and spoke to boss Mcdermott after the game. Next up, we hosted Ashton Athletic in the reverse fixture of a 5-4 thriller away from home in 2021. Mcdermott joined me on commentary duties for this one, as we look back at the match highlights and go behind the scenes at the Van Newton Arena. Good afternoon everybody and welcome to the Van Newton Arena. Today, Vauxhall Motors are taking on Ashton Athletic in the North West Counties Football League. I am delighted to announce that joining me today on his commentary debut is legendary Vauxhall fullback Wayne Mcdermott. Wayne, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back to the Van Newton Arena. How does it feel to be back?
Yeah, good memories. Just driving up to Vauxhall Motors. Memories kept rushing into my mind, and all the good times I've had at this club. Catching up with some old players, having a cuppa about 20 minutes ago. Still the same faces, but they're committed to Vauxhall Motors, and yeah, it's good to be back.
It's good to hear from Wayne, and we'll catch up with Wayne a lot more throughout the game and throughout today. First up, the team news. We'll start off with today's visitors, Ashton Athletic. In goal, on a season-long loan from Chorley, it's James Aspinall. We're expecting to see new signing Adam Hughes in the centre-back position alongside Niall Moran, with Joe White and Regan Brown as the fullbacks. In midfield, Callum Wilson, Hogan Acko and Sam Harding. And up front, in the front three, Josh Nicholson, Eddie Servett and Richard Brodie, who also happens to be player manager. Now we move on to the home side, our very own Vauxhall Motors. Kieran O'Loughlin, who made a fantastic contribution in the recent cup game against 1874, scoring and saving multiple penalties. In the back four, Ethan Goulburn, Simon Thelwell, Tom Mitchell, Greg Drummond. In the midfield three, Sean Moscrook, Joe Heath, Jordan Deere. And up front, Joe Brandon, Ashley Rowan and Kieran Napper.
Ashton kick-off.
The ref gets us underway on this crisp January afternoon. Miss you long for the summer days, but this is the bread and butter of non-league football.
Exactly right. A little bit cold up here, but the thermal's on today in the big coat, so we're all prepared. Looking forward to it.
In their league position, Wayne, Ashton will just want to keep this as tight as possible for as long as possible.
Yeah, they will. As I say, want to try and stay in the game. Try not to concede early.
Sends the ball in, keeper's forced to send it out for a corner.
Looking to sneak one before half time.
Here he is again. Oh, he's... Balls from the right, it comes out. Is that a chance? Good save from O'Loughlin, then he has to tick her over. Ashton really coming to their own at the end of this half.
Yeah, Hogan Acko just driving there again, as he's done 3 or 4 times in the last 10 minutes. Trying to invite the free kick, but Vauxhall defenders dealt with it well enough.
Harding will send it in again. Buff for O'Loughlin. Vauxhall could have found themselves 1-0 down. Be a disaster to concede at this point now. Wayne, right before half time. Sends the ball in. It's a free header.
You called it, Patrick. You called it. He looked dangerous, didn't he? Joe White
with a commanding header. Comes to the near post and he's not challenged.
Yeah, you can feel it coming. Pressure that Ashton were putting on Vauxhall in the last 10 minutes. Corner comes in, Joe White with the header. Ashton Athletic 1-0. Yeah, this is where they'll look to add another. Looking dangerous again.
Once again, the header comes in from the defender and the Ashton player stabs it in. Poor defending from Vauxhall.
Poor defending, but Ashton looking so dangerous on set pieces.
You could almost see that coming, Wayne.
Yeah. Great ball in. Vauxhall almost just failed to defend it. 2-0 Ashton Athletic.
Sends the ball in, but the pinball's forced to nap his feet actually. Once again, he gets out wide, keeps the ball in, and it's in the box. Thelwell with the cheeky back heel.
Yeah.
Cleared off the line.
Really unlucky.
That would have been a spectacular goal.
He's pushed forward Thelwell in the last 15 minutes. He's playing in that little number 10 off the forwards. He found himself in a really compromising position.
Cries from the Ashton faithful there as they know their team are pretty much. There goes the final whistle. 2 set-piece goals ultimately lead to a very encouraging win for Ashton Athletic, but a deeply disappointing result for Vauxhall. They had the potential to push up into the top half of the table, were undone by 2 moments of madness. They played fairly poorly, Wayne, but they didn't really fashion any chances.
Yeah, not a great afternoon for Vauxhall. Now will be a happy man. However, full credit to Ashton Athletic today. Come here with a game management and managed to seal that victory. All's not lost, back to the drawing board, work hard and train. Start moving up that league table.
All credit to Ashton and a safe journey back home for their players, their staff and their travelling army. Wayne, how do you reflect on your commentary debut?
Really enjoyed it, Patrick. Really enjoyed it. A little bit nervous. It's the first time for me to co-commentate on a game, but I've really enjoyed this side of it. Unfortunately, didn't get the win today.
Don't worry, we'll invite you back.
But maybe get invited back and won't be that bad omen for Vauxhall.
Well, it's been such a pleasure to have you, Wayne. I think you do have a future as a co-commentator. Thanks for joining us, Wayne.
We'll see how it goes. I think Ali McCoy's is safe in his job.
For a few weeks. So it ends here at the Van Nupen Arena, 2-0 to Ashton Athletic. Next up for the Motors is a home tie against Lower Breck here at the Van Nupen Arena on Tuesday evening, where Kevin Thompson will join us on commentary duties. I've been Patrick Bratton. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on Tuesday. A massive game under the lights at the Van Nupen Arena for the rearranged Lower Breck fixture. Kev Thompson joined me on commentary duties to witness a great comeback against Breck. Welcome to a frosty Tuesday night under the floodlights at the Van Nupen Arena. I'm glad to say that I'm being joined on commentary tonight by club legend Kev Thompson. Kev, thanks for joining us. Tell us about your time at the club, your outstanding memories.
Thanks, Pat. I think being called a legend shows your age, doesn't it? But yeah, you're talking, near on 20 years ago, my time at the club, and over 200 appearances. I spent 5 or 6 good seasons here. Seasons that went from the West Cheshire, up the leagues. I think we got 5 promotions. A couple of league titles, a couple of cups along the way. But yeah, fabulous time and good to be back under the floodlights, I think. Never really helped me, the floodlights, with my eyesight, but yeah, good to be watching the game again.
We'll be hearing more from Kev throughout the game, but here's tonight's teams. In goal for Vauxhall is Kieran O'Loughlin. In defence, Joe Heath, Tom Mitchell. Who captains the side, Ben Dufton-Kelly and Ethan Goldburn, who starts in left back. The midfield 3 of Hayden Cooper, Leo Riley and Ashley Ruane. And up front, in the front 3, Michael Berkey, Ben Holmes and Joe Brandon. Harvey certainly hit the ground running at this club with 4 goals in 6 starts.
Yeah. Which again, I think is the youthfulness of Harvey probably is something, we have to bide his time on. In and out the team's probably not going to make anyone happy, but we have to bide his time only, I suppose.
And we're underway. Leo Riley picks up the ball in the middle and he sprays it out wide. It's to Brandon. He's got an overlapping run on his right.
So Brandon's got a lot of potential.
Handball, surely. Oh, the defender gets away with one.
Where's the VAR? Need to keep the pressure and keep the ball, don't we, really? Had most of the play, but last couple of minutes.
Strong start from Vauxhall. A few balls going into the box. A strong penalty shout that I think Lower Brett got away with.
Yeah, looked it to me. See what mixture he was early on, but
Defender ultimately deals with it.
Strike.
Decent effort.
Goal. How does that stay out? It's in.
Is it hit the side netting?
It's hit the side netting, yeah. That was a good turn and strike. Who was that?
The shot comes in, hits the post. We're just waiting to see who it was. Rebound off the post. And he hits into the side netting under pressure from the defender.
Was that Mcdermott? I think it looked from here. Confidence of the clean sheet, most of the last couple of games.
Oh, it's a risky back pass there, puts the striker in.
Bad mistake from Ben Holmes. It's a
Totally against the run of play. It's Stephen Milne who gets the goal for Lower Brett.
Oh, it's a bad mistake from Ben.
Disastrous back pass.
Not
Ben
in that
Holmes.
position and under no pressure really. I don't think he's the only defence really is obviously. You've got Tom and Ben Dufton Kelly there. He's probably not seen the lad in red standing behind the two of them because they're so big. But even so, to go from the position he was in and put it right back into basically the edge of the area for the lad to put it in is tragic, Ben.
That's a good play. The crowd at McGiven. The ball set. Great touch from Berkey.
Oh, and now that's totally the third one. And you'd rather have the ball.
Referee had no choice there.
The keeper. Take it, Ben. Is it Ben Holmes to rectify his mistake? Let's hope.
Could well be.
Yes, let's hope, Ben. Come on, Ben.
The keeper's claiming he got a touch on the ball there.
Never. No chance.
Even if he did, it was not substantial enough to get away with that. Berkey played that really well. 2 good touches into the box just as he was about to turn the goalkeeper and get a shot away. The keeper brings him down. He ends a penalty for his side.
Not good from the keeper, that from the Lower Brett keeper. Do everything you can to put the player off, but scuff in the penalty spot and
he steps up. No problem from Ben Holmes.
And I like to see
that was a confident penalty.
Good response, Ben.
He sent the keeper the wrong way. Bit of a gamesmanship from the keeper there. Didn't affect him one bit. He sent the keeper the wrong way. And he ultimately won that battle of the minds.
They put me out on Ben there to score. Nice to see. They put me out on it. Good response from Ben. And that's because, again, effective in the final third for me. Keep playing the way. Be patient. Do exactly what they're doing now.
We saw a contrast there, Kev. Every time the Lower Brett keeper has the ball, he's booting it upfield, whereas a lot of them just recycle played into the defenders and started an attack again.
Yeah. There you go, Joe. That's your drive now. That's your drive. Well done. Say it again. Keep it moving. That's it.
Out of nothing, really. Berkey takes the snapshot with his left foot. And it looked like the keeper was going to deal with it easily, and he just let it slip under his arms. They won't care one bit, though. Berkey getting the goal that his play in the second half especially is definitely warranted.
It's a good low strike from Berkey, which we said in the first half, take a snapshot at some of them coming across, but again, both wingers involved.
So a disappointing end to the first half, completely turned around by Vauxhall. Bit of a nervy moment at the end there, but ultimately they come away and win 2-1 winners. Sum that game up for us, Kev.
Yeah, I think total control for me from Vauxhall's. Good team performance. A mistake that led to their goal, to be fair, when Vauxhall's were in total control. Could have been, at the post, could have had a penalty. So Nick would have been dejected, not dejected, but he'd have been confident he could have turned it around. But obviously the right chat, probably more of the same. we heard him shouting, stop dropping deep and, press a little bit more, and certainly that's the way we came out. We probably listened to his instructions and applied it perfectly. Second half, possibly a shout for the penalty that was again turned away, I thought it was. And the third one, he had no choice but to give it. So after Ben's mistake, nice to see him took the penalty away, and then for me, man of the match, Mcdermott, always a threat, and a snapshot winner, really well deserved for him. Switches, as I said, the switch of both wingers for me certainly turned at the second half, and deserved win, could have been more. So yeah, thanks again, Pat, for the invite, and no doubt I'll go and chat with Nick and have a beer and see what his thoughts are.
So the disappointing defeat on the weekend to Ashton's quickly consigned to the record books as Vauxhall defeat Lowerbreck 2-1. Next up for Vauxhall is an away match at AFC Liverpool, where I'll be joined on commentary duties by Hilton himself, Steve Hilton. Hope you can. Next up, another Liverpool v Wirral derby. This time we hopped over the water to visit the Marine Travel Arena in Crosby as we faced AFC Liverpool. The Motormen opened the month of February with a win away in the rescheduled fixture against Winsford United in tough conditions, by 2 goals to 1, thanks to goals from Michael Berkey and Ben Holmes. Next up, the Motormen hosted Earlham with a disappointing defeat ending a good run of form. We were joined on commentary by former chairman Kenny Triggs. Welcome to today's Vauxhall Motors fixture against Earlham FC. It's a blustery February afternoon. We should really be ushering in the start of spring soon, but it's a beautiful winter's day. I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by former club secretary Ken Triggs for his commentary debut. Ken, thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
And we'll hear more from Ken as the afternoon goes on. Bit of team news for you all. We'll start with the visitors today, Earlham. In goal, Lee White. Number 2, Morgan Kinsella. Number 3, Jacob Holt. 4, Alex Francis. 5, Matthew Marsh. 6, and captain, Andrew Langford. 7, Damalio Brown Sterling. 8, Ethan Cartwright. 9, Jordan Southworth. 10, Millen Brown. And 11, Babatunde Ortulana. Subs for Earlham: 12, Nicholas Taylor. 14, Logan Holroyd. 15, Matthew Argent Barnes. 16, Myson Benabia. And 17, Stephen Jack. And your motors today: in goal, Kieran O'Loughlin. 2, Ethan Goulbourne. 3, Joseph Heath. 4, Ben Dutton Kelly. 5, and captain Thomas Mitchell. 6, Hayden Cooper. 7, Jordan Deere. 8, Lee O'Reilly. 9, Craig Kearns scores goals. 10, Ben Holmes. And 11, Michael Berkey. On the bench for the Motors: Greg Drummond, number 12. 14, Harvey Sample. 15, Joe Brandon. And 16, Sean Mosscroft. Just before the ref gets us underway, Ken, what are you hoping or expecting from today's game?
Well, I'm expecting a decent game with obviously both clubs, Vauxhall's being just above Earlham. They both arrive here on the backs of 2-1 away wins midweek, so I imagine both sides are feeling confident. I just hope the wind doesn't spoil what should be a really good game. It's a real 6-pointer this. Like I say, 1 point above Vauxhall's, but Earlham with the game in hand, it doesn't come much closer than that. So yeah, like I say, I just hope the wind doesn't spoil what should be a great game.
And it's Earlham who get us underway, kicking from right to left. Earlham in the blue and Vauxhall's in the customary white and navy. It's a poor clearance.
You need to tackle him.
Let's Earlham advance. Comes out to Brown Sterling. He plays the ball in. Indecision in the Vauxhall box. Still with the number 8. And it's a goal for Earlham. It's Ethan Cartwright. The ball fell to him. Bit of indecision from the Vauxhall fullback, Ethan Goulbourne. Can't get the ball away. It falls to Cartwright, and he manages to dig a shot out with his right foot to O'Loughlin's right. Keeper had no chance there, but it was poor defending that from Vauxhall, Ken.
I think again there's 4 white shirts around the man with the ball, and nobody committed to the tackle until later on, and it was too late. The ball breaks and Ireland score. You know, I've said this game needs a goal. Unfortunately, it's gone Ireland's way, but I hope that this really wakes Vauxhall up now, because they've been the far better team. Yeah, they just need to get their heads down and work at it now.
He had an overlapping defender, but he finally uses him. It's come to Brown on the edge of the box. And he sends the shot in. It might have taken a deflection then. The deflection was enough to take it away from O'Loughlin. And it's a goal. Now Ireland's position's even stronger as they find themselves 2-0 up. Disappointing play again. Ken from Vauxhall. There's just not enough pressure on the ball.
It seemed not a gift. It seemed a quite cheap goal. I mean, again, Ireland have broke down the right. They've used it. They've turned in and out of Vauxhall players. You know, there's no real challenge gone in. They've just squared the ball over. He's taking his chance, and that's what you've got to do. The old cliche: if you don't shoot, you don't score. He's pulled the trigger on it, and it's worked out for them.
Positive runner from Berkey. It's good into play. My fault to Brandon. It's a great goal from Brandon. It was good play from Berkey, charging into the box. He interchanges the play with Harvey Sample, who plays the ball across to Brandon. And first time effort on his right foot, he curves it back the way it came. Keeper had no chance really. Vauxhall's back in it. It's 2-1 going into the final couple of minutes.
It's amazing how that one extra man up front for Vauxhall's has caused so many problems for Ireland.
Stuffed Kelly, isn't it?
Yeah, one extra man to worry about. It's going to be interesting, as you say now, Patrick. To be looking to get this ball forward now.
Ball forces Sample, it's Berkey. Oh!
Once again, Patrick, as I said, the ball over the top.
It's the long ball, isn't it?
Three men up front. It's over. As I said before, it's not pretty, but it can be effective.
Sample just got the flick on with the header, and it fell invitingly for Berkey on the half volley. He lashed at it. It looked like it was going wide, but the defender was forced to knock it over for a corner. Pressure mounting on Ireland to keep Vauxhall out. The keeper is up.
Oh well.
That was last chance saloon. I'm just about hold on. Joe Brandon got a goal back for Vauxhall, made the end of the game a bit more exciting than we thought it was going to be. But in the end, Ireland. Next up, the Motormen hosting Haddon at home. Extremely disappointing defeat from Grass side, going down 4-0. The players being rested ahead of a massive game in the Cheshire Senior Cup quarter-final away to Tranmere Rovers at Hilton. For the Tranmere game, I was joined on commentary duties once again by Wayne Mcdermott in the middle of Storm Dudley on a windy and rainy night at the home of the Rovers. Hotspur, Manchester United. These are just some of the giants that have played cup football at Tranmere's Prenton Park, and now it's Vauxhall Motors' turn. It's Cheshire Senior Cup action. It's the quarter-finals, and Vauxhall will be looking to book their place in the semi-final. I'm Patrick Bratton, and I'm glad to be joined once again by Wayne Mcdermott on commentary duties. Wayne, welcome back.
Thank you very much for having me. Yeah, looking forward to this one, quarter-final. Vauxhall will be up for this one. They'll fancy themselves to take the scalp here on a nice cold Wednesday evening.
So let's run through the teams for you. For the hosts, Tranmere Rovers. Number 1 in goal, Matthias Hewlett. 2, Robbie Capps. 3, Dylan Dwyer. 4, Ethan Jones. 5, Dom Kane. 6, Joe Haley. 7, Ryan Stratulis. 8, Blake Bamgosi. 9, Jamie Timlin. 10, Max Fisher. And 11, Sam Taylor. For the Motors, in goal, number 1, Michael Dixon. 2, Ethan Goulburn. 3, Joe Heath. 4, Simon Thelwell. 5, and captain, Thomas Mitchell. 6, Hayden Cooper. 7, Kieran Napper. 8, Leo Riley. 9, Craig Kearns scores goals. 10, Ben Holmes. And 11, Michael Berkey. Subs for both sides. For Tranmere, 12, Kieran Murray. 13, James Dinelli. 14, Ollie Duncan. 15 JJ King and 16 Kenny Mills. For the Motors, 12 Greg Drummond, 14 Kyle Scarisbrick, 15 Harvey Sample and 16 Jack Kelly. And we're underway. It's an extremely blustery Wednesday night. Weather warnings all over the country, but nothing will stop non-league football.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
Strong tackles already. Simon Thelwell getting involved, and Motors are on the break here. Lightning start on the Motors.
What a strike.
Blink and you'll miss it stuff on the Motors. There was a strong tackle from Thelwell on the halfway line. The ball broke on the Motors left hand side.
Yeah, Max Fisher going in late. Referee played the advantage. Shaw broke down the left hand side and a great strike.
It was Michael Berkey with a great finish. Barely a minute on the clock. And Vauxhall's 1-0 up. I hope people got in early to see that.
A few late comers here. Definitely missed that goal and a little bit of the action.
Vauxhall couldn't have asked for a more perfect start way. Now they're just settled in with a minute on the clock.
That'll settle the nerves a little bit. That's exactly what you want. You know, it's a really good stadium, nice pitch. But Vauxhall look like they've settled well here. Nice ball down the line by Ethan Goldborn.
Comes out wide, comes into the box. Fisher tooless, but he's well crowded out by Heath, and he'll be looking to get the ball forward. Great flick on by Kearns, sets Berkey away down the left hand side. He's got men up in support. Plays into the middle to Riley, and he gets a shot away. And the keeper was stretching there.
Great effort by Lee O'Reilly, 25 yards out. Keeper saves down to his right hand side. Corner, Vauxhall Motors.
Timlin just getting a rollie, that's a left footed shot away. The keeper parried it towards Max Fisher, and he fluffs his lines and kicks it out for a goal kick. Just warning signs there for the Vauxhall back line.
Yeah, Vauxhall just a little bit careless in possession there, given away by Thelwell. Had a lot of time and space there, could have played the midfielders in, but opted for the long ball, carelessly given away. Tranmere looking dangerous on the attack.
A warning sign if they needed one way, and they can't be complacent with this 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that's it. I think you just got to go for it.
Mitchell just forcing Dixon into a run there. Good pressure from Cooper. And the ball comes to Napa on the attack. He skips past the defender in the box. Plays a ball on the ground. It falls to Kearns.
Surely
Cooper.
2-0. There we go.
It was good play from Cooper initially. Sends Napa out on the right hand side. He sends a ball along the ground from the right. An indecision from the Tranmere backline led to Kearns poking an effort towards goal, and it fell to Cooper, who started the move off initially, and he tucks it into the bottom left hand corner. 2-0 Vauxhalls.
Just what Vauxhall Motors needed. Hayden Cooper there finding himself 3 in the 6 yard box. Right time, right place. Slots home to the keeper's right. Vauxhall Motors 2-0.
Almost a mirror image of that first halfway and getting that early goal, but they just quelled some Tranmere pressure, and Tranmere will be gutted that they've conceded early on in the second half.
Yeah, it all started from Thomas Mitchell, the captain there. Initially looked like he took a big risk, tried the Cruyff turn, played it back to the keeper, but ultimately started that attack. Well done, Mitchell.
I'm going to petition to get the Cruyff turn renamed the Mitchell turn. Pretty much from start to end, a really good performance from Vauxhall Motors. It was a lightning start with a goal from Michael Berkey, and more of the same in the second half, with Hayden Cooper with a neat finish 5 minutes in that second half. They came to the home of Football League Tranmere Rovers, albeit a second string, and they were utterly dominant. A semi-final tie away at Stockport County awaits the Motors, but they'll be looking to put one over the Stockport in that big game and get to the final of the Cheshire Senior Cup. Wayne, your thoughts on that performance from Vauxhall?
Yeah, solid performance from Vauxhall Motors. Thought they were excellent tonight. Every single one of them players should be feeling proud into the semi-finals. Mike Mcdermott will want to turn this little bit of form and have an effect on their league form and performances going forward. But tonight it's all about Vauxhall Motors. Well done. Good luck for the semi-finals.
I'd like to give my thanks to Wayne for joining us tonight as he gives the team a well-deserved round of applause. Thanks for joining us, Wayne.
Thank you very much for having me.
Up next for the Motors, an away game on Saturday at Squires Gate. And then they'll be back at home on Tuesday night, a big game against Macclesfield. But I'll be joined on commentary by Hilton himself, Steve Hilton. We hope you can join us. As for tonight, it finishes Tranmere Rovers 0, Vauxhall Motors. Massive game in the middle of yet another storm, this time Eunice, with Danny Whittaker's Macclesfield side visited the Van Newton Arena. We'll be joined on commentary duties once again by Steve Hilton. It's a game of twos tonight. The date reads 2-2-2-2-2. Vauxhall looking for 2 wins out of 2 after a 2-0 win against Tranmere in the Cheshire Senior Cup, put them 2 wins away from Cup glory. But as the Spice Girls once said, 2 must become 1, and I'm delighted to be joined on commentary by Vauxhall Motors former number 1, Steve Hilton. Steve, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, again, thanks for having me. Second stint to the co-commentary. Looking forward to this one. Massive game against the toppers. Decent card in the tonight, so yeah, should be a good game.
Vauxhall's get us underway. It's a cracking atmosphere here tonight, Steve.
Yeah, big crowds in. Good to see so many people come to a game on a blustery Tuesday night, cold Tuesday night. But we need to get off to a good start here.
Linking up with Hansen, he cuts inside, comes to centre. Duffy looking for options. Plays it's a good pass into the box. It's across the 6-yard box, and it's a goal for Macclesfield.
Great ball, cut it in half. Great reserve ball down the channel.
Duffy initially was looking for options, and he waited and he waited, and he found an excellent pass to Friedman on the right hand side. He cut into the box, played it across the 6-yard box, and I think it was Tom Clare who just had the easy tap in.
Very Manchester City-esque, that ball down the channel.
Riley's on the ball now, looking for the pass. Berkey. He links up with Riley again. A good pass from Moskov. Pass from Goldborn. It was whipped in just above the bar. The keeper was stretching for it, but there was no one attacking it. He'd floated in. And the touch from Riley just sends it away from Cooper. Now Macclesfield can break. Clare. James Berry's going to front up. Thelwell. Cuts in the space for Dans now. He takes a shot. He shoots across the goalkeeper and nestles into the bottom corner.
We had a bit of possession there, and it's just one of them where they play the ball, the balls scrappy come out. And just a little touch that's put in, and away 3-on-2 in the counter attack.
There was a chance of Vauxhall to put some pressure on the goalkeeper. And a mistake from Riley sent the ball away from Cooper's grasp, and there was a 3-on-2, as you said, Steve, and eventually came to Dans, who shot the ball back where it came, past Mike Dixon.
He tried to stretch his foot to stop it. It's wrong-footed. Our man at 2-0 down. It'll be a long night if we don't get back into this game. You see that in Premier League games, don't you? The big club that's dead, and then a tackle goes in or a shot.
Dixon's a full stretch to parry out the shot from, can't quite see who it is. I think it's James Berry.
Yeah, it's a great save. That was going right in the top corner.
It's on the edge of the box on the left hand side. He cuts in with his right foot, and he didn't hit it too hard. He just scooped his foot underneath the ball, and Dixon was at full stretch.
Yeah, he shaped it. He bent it, approached it back in towards the goal. Mikey Dixon's more than equal to it.
She'll send the corner in. It's head of the way, but force her. Is it Neil Dans again? Force Neil Dans on the edge of the box. Without much hesitation, he sends the ball back towards the goal, and it's that corner again. Keeper's bottom right-hand corner. And he was rooted to the spot, Mikey Dixon.
That's in that bottom right corner, Mikey Dixon, so I'm going to battle it today.
The corner was initially unchallenged and Vauxhall got a head on it, but it fell to Dans on the edge of the box. Quick chest control on his right foot, and it's in that bottom corner.
He's had a chance, Dans. Definitely back against the walls now, 3-0 down. About 7 minutes to go the first half,
Kearns gets us underway again. We're approaching half time now, Steve. What will Mick McGrath's message be to his team?
You need to score the next goal. That's it, Going out the game. You need to make it 3-1.
Claire's going to attack Mitchell. He plays it inside, and it falls. Deflection from Freeman's pass, bobbled into another Macclesfield player. Perfect position, and he just tucks it away with his left foot into Mikey Dixon's bottom left-hand corner. Once again, keeper rooted to the spot.
That's twice we've been done by deflections or unlucky touches. That's put it straight into their hands. 4-0 down. It's probably
if the battle wasn't already uphill, it is now.
You might be playing a bit of pride here, I think. But stranger things have happened in football, Patrick.
Dan sends Freeman away. Freeman looking to get into the box again. He's managed to skip past 2 defenders, challengers. Comes to Dan's. This time, keeper's equal to it, but it was Dan's with the shot. Dixon was equal to it, but it fell right to James Berry's feet, and all he had to do was lift it over the keeper. And now it's 5 for Macclesfield.
Yeah, Mikey Dixon saved the initial shot. It's come back again. And 5-0 down. I think that's definitely game over now. I was really saying we need to score the next goal 3 or 4 minutes ago when it was 3-0 down. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be damage to rotations now in regard to scoreline. 2 goals the last couple of minutes just before half time. Killed any chance of getting out this game right now.
It's going to be a long second half of Vauxhall. He gets a decent cross in. And totally unmarked in the box. It's Keelan Adams with the left-footed tap-in. The ball looked like it evaded everyone. Adams ghosted into the box right at the last minute for an easy tap-in. He makes it 6 for Macclesfield.
I don't know where our full-back's gone. Justin Kelly, I don't know where he's been dragged in or what, but it's an easy finish. I wouldn't say it was a killer cross either. 6 yards out, easy finish, 6-0.
And he's still looking for options even this late stage. And there we have it, the ref blows his whistle, full time. The Motors are riding high after the midweek cup victory last week against Tranmere Rovers, but they've been brought back down to reality by the league leaders Macclesfield FC. Goals from Dans, he got 2 for himself, Claire, 2 from James Berry, and a late one from Keelan Adams. Where'd you start with that one, Steve? How'd you sum that one up?
I think it's just one of them, you just got to put it to bed now. It's done, it's dusted, we weren't great. Macclesfield, a quality team, you can see the quality they've got with, really impressive Mendy and Dans tonight. Just like you say, Saturday's around the corner, we've just got to put a performance in Saturday, get it out of our system as quick as we can, and move on. Massive gulf in finances for the Macclesfield team. Obviously going to win the league, I think, coming by a canter now. So, we've got to lick our wounds and move on and put a shift in. Get back to basics, Saturday, put a shift in and put 3 points on the table.
tough learning experience for the Motors tonight as the Macclesfield players embrace and applause their fans. My thanks to Steve for joining me on commentary. Thank you, Steve.
Not a problem. It's been a pleasure. Just a pity the scoreline where it was last time. We won 2-1, but you know, with football at the end of the day, we're sure we'll bounce back on Saturday.
Well, as you mentioned, Steve, fortunately for Vauxhall, there's a game just around the corner. It's a home tie against Barnoldswick Town. A tough few matches to end the month for the Motormen, with Barnoldswick Town visiting the Van Eupen Arena. I was joined by Ethan Hoijord on commentary duties for this one. He will do to any side, but the perfect opportunity for this Vauxhall Motors team to bounce back with a game immediately on Saturday, facing off against the blue shirt of Barnoldswick Town. Today's teams are as follows. For the visitors, number 1 Jordan Gidley, 2 Ashley Brierley, 3 Kasim Shah, 4 Alexander Maloney, 5 Daniel Fagan, 6 Louis Jean, 7 Alexander Dodd, 8 Bradley Knox, captains the side, 9 Gareth Hill, 10 Kuda Chingwaro, and 11 Alex Ralph. Lining up for the Motors today, making his first appearance for the club, number 1 in goal Damien Easton, 2 Ethan Goulburn, 3 Greg Drummond, 4 Simon Thelwell, 5 and captain Tom Mitchell, 6 Joe Heath, 7 Sean Mosscrop, 8 Hayden Cooper, 9 Craig Kearns, 10 Harvey Sample, and 11 Jordan Deere. Subs for Barnoldswick, 12 Lewis Thompson, 14 Kamar Moncrief, 15 Andrew Hill, 16 Mitchell George, and 17 Liam Blades. And for the Motors, Kieran Napper, number 12, number 14 Michael Berkey, 15 Lee O'Reilly, 16 Ben Dufton Kelly, and 17 Jack Kelly. Coach Mick McGrath's rung the changes for today's fixture, looking to freshen things up after the defeat to Macclesfield. Sample and Deere coming in for a start after a few consecutive sub appearances. And an interesting proposition for the number 1 for Vauxhall, Damien Easton. Unknown as to why Mikey Dixon is missing today. A chance for Easton to stake a claim in the team. And looks like Barnoldswick won the toss. So it'll be their number 9, Gareth Hill, who'll get us underway.
Some ladders will be assist again.
Oh, Chingwara finds himself in and he's dragged down by Thelwell.
Is that a penalty?
It looked just outside the box, but the referee's got no choice. It's a red card for the goal scorer. Plays it out to this left hand side, moves it straight out to play. But that won't bother him as the referee blows for full time. Well, we had an eventful game, especially in the first half.
Yeah.
Vauxhall took the lead with an excellent strike on the edge of the D from Jordan Deere. Good left-footed strike into the bottom left-hand corner. Keeper had no chance. Barnoldswick came back into it. Bit of indecision from the debuting Daniel Easton and his back line as his cross comes shot. Sailed past everyone into the goal. But then a neat free kick routine from Jordan Deere put Thelwell in for a lovely tap in, a lovely striker's finish. And it was an eventful game for Simon Thelwell himself. In the second half, he got done by the number 10 Chingwaro and had no choice but to bring him down. Got himself the red card. Barnoldswick weren't going to miss out too much though. Got themselves a red card themselves. Gareth Hill with his second yellow. Good win for that. Good win for Vauxhall, Ethan.
Yeah, great win. Barnoldswick needed to make the most of that numerical advantage in the second half, but they didn't. Quite balanced second half, really. Barnoldswick looked on top in that middle spell of the first half, but other than that, I think it was quite comfortable win for the host, really. Mick Mcdermott will be very happy with that performance today from his team.
My thanks go to Ethan for joining me on commentary today. Thank you, Ethan. Looking ahead to March now, the Motormen open the month on Tuesday night away to West Didsbury Chorlton in the Macron Cup Round 1. Before we visit Charnock Richard next Saturday. We then visit Avro on the 12th of March before Longridge Town and Runcorn Town visit the Van Eupen Arena at the end of the month in the penultimate game of the season. Next up, we caught up with former Motors player Steve Hilton about how big the month ahead is and how big it can be in terms of pushing the Vauxhall Motors side up the Premier Division table.
Steve, focusing on 2022 so far, what's been your highlight for the club?
I think the Tranmere game last week was a highlight. Getting through to the semi-final of the Cheshire Senior Cup, that was a good win. Give the boys something to play for the end of the season. Do you want to play in that Stockport County game? I think when we done the review Christmas time, I said it was the good, the bad, the ugly. And I think it's been a bit of the same again, really. We had a bit of a run after Christmas. The Congleton win, we ran a bit of a run. It's really hard fought victory over Lower Breck. And then we've had a couple of nightmares at all. Paddy Ann, Erlen, and Ashton too. Yeah. So it's just, I think Mick's building something. He is. I mean, he's brought players in, but it's just what we take one step back and one step forward, two step back sometimes. But like I say, the Tranmere was a great win last week. Great for the lads to play in a nice stadium like that, even though the conditions are terrible. That was a good win. That's semi-final to look forward to.
As you mentioned, there's still plenty to play for this Vauxhall team.
Yeah, when you're in a cup like that, you're always going to want to. You've got players now fighting to be in that cup, to play at Edgley Park. So it should be everyone just getting down to it and doing what they need to do and fighting for their places.
Since we last spoke for the monthly review show, have any players caught your eye?
Yeah, I mean, we signed obviously Kieran O'Loughlin, the goalkeeper, before Christmas. I think he's done really well. Talks a lot. We've been beat a few times, but I think defensively we look a bit more stronger, a bit more settled. I like Mikey Dixon, who's playing tonight, just come back in tonight. I hope he does well, but yeah, Kieran, he looks a good sign, and also Craig Kearns as well. I like the way he'll football up as well, and you can tell he's a bit of a finisher as well, so he'll get us a few goals towards the end of the season.
Thanks for joining us on the review show, Steve.
No problem.
That's it from us today. Thank you for watching. We will see you in just under a month's time. I've been Patrick Bratton, up the Motors.